Now, the disruptions to Via Rail's passenger service has led to a round of major layoffs. Jeannie Lee joins us with that developing story. We just heard yesterday that Via is restoring some of its routes. So what are we hearing now?
Well, that would have been, a reason to breathe a sigh of relief. But the fact is, these are just a couple of popular routes, and there's still a massive part of Via Rail's system that still needs to be cancelled in terms of service. So 1,000 Via employees are getting their temporary layoff notices. Here's what the railway is saying about that at the moment. This is from the CEO of Via Rail, Cynthia Garneau. She says that this general interruption is an unprecedented situation in our history. In 42 years of existence, it is the first time that Via Rail has to interrupt most of its services across the country. Therefore, it is with sincere regret that we must proceed with temporary employee suspensions. And Via added that it hopes for a, quote, decisive resolution between various parties that will clear the way to return to that full service ASAP.
Okay, so for passengers, what services will get back in place tomorrow?
It's a short list, but these two routes are very popular through some of the most populated areas of the country. So here is what is back on track tomorrow. I went on Via Rail's website, tried to book a couple of fares, and it did work. So at this point, you can hope for these services to be back on track tomorrow. The Quebec, Montreal, and Ottawa line, partial service will be restored. The Toronto, Windsor, Niagara Falls route through southwestern Ontario, full service will resume. And I wanted to highlight these two northern services. Sudbury, White River, that's been running on CP rails, so that hasn't been part of this. Churchill and the Paw will also continue. That service runs on Hudson Bay rail line. So those have never been disrupted and will continue on. And then you have the two Southern Ontario as well as the Quebec Ottawa route. Again, popular, and people have been doing without those for a few days now, so some people will be relieved out there to hear this.
Thank you, Jeannie.
You're welcome.